Good morning, good morning. Welcome to the live stream. Good to see you all again. Right, I've just got to put my chat up. 2 seconds, guys. And we'll get amongst it. Hope everyone had a good weekend. If you're watching the recording, hope you had a good weekend. I have got a setup already. I'll show you it in a minute, but I don't think we're going to get activated. Therefore, it's not a valid setup. Copy. Come on. I'm just getting the chat up, guys. For some reason, it won't let me do it unless I delete it, which is very strange. Move, yes. I need to get a bit more slick with this, like. Transform, is it? No, it's not. It's properties. We've got 400 and 600. 100, 600. There we go. Lovely jubbly, right, welcome to the stream. What I'm going to do, I'm going to start off with the top down. My hair's a mess. I'm going to start off with the top down analysis and then we'll look into it. I did have a setup here, but I think it's left town now unless we get an hour. If we get an hour or 30-minute close, we'll maybe catch that if it hasn't filled the range yet. So let's do a top down and hopefully we've got 10 minutes till the 30-minute candle. We can maybe catch something off the 30, but we'll see. Okay, so gold then, interesting one, right? Because the previous month is very bullish, right? And you've closed 1984 levels. However, before driving down to these levels, you have to tap 1960, 60 odd levels before driving down. So look, drive, this one drove. So are we going to come and tap this level again before driving past these levels? That's what we need to work out. Now, obviously the monthly's on a pullback. We're halfway through the month. It's on a pullback. Now, how far is this pullback going to go before flipping to the upside? Or is it even going to flip to the upside? Is it going to close doji and then a new candle comes up, taps and then flips to the downside? We don't know, but the thing what's going to tell us is the lower time frames, okay? So, let's go down to the lower time frames. Weekly. Now, the thing with the weekly, we close bearish and we close below these ranges here. Now, the thing is though, your next range is 1919.13. That is the next range. So all price comes and touches that. So this is going to be our target for today. Okay. As you can see, price comes back down, taps. These ones didn't do it because we broke below this little area. The next range is all the way down to 1918. So that's going to be our target. The only thing to be wary of this week is no top wick and no top wick. So is this weekly candle going to pull back first? It's Monday today. Are we going to pull back, create a top wick and then flip to the downside? And then you'll be left with like a wick like that. Well, the thing what's going to tell us if that's what's going to happen is obviously the lower time frames closing. So the likes of the daily and things like that. So that would be our target for the week, really, down to these levels. I mean, price does come a bit further if you look at these wicks. So you could maybe target 1896. We'll just mark this up, see if we can get down there as well. So daily then, let's move on to daily. Daily, heavily bearish. Nice closure. Where's this range at here? Let me just flick this on. So the daily range for me is these levels, and we've broke below. So now we are technically in. I don't like this daily range. Yeah, look, okay, so we're definitely going to make it way down to them levels, I would imagine. So we're technically now in this range. Okay, we're in this range. So therefore, we've broken, we've had our pullback. We should be coming to fill the range down in 19, 18. Okay, now whether we do that today or it takes a couple of days to get down, we don't know, because it took 1, 2, 3 days to get down there previous. So it's how far this daily is going to drive today, or if it's going to drive today. Okay, could even come and create a steeper top wick, because we haven't really tapped previous support. Well, actually, we have tapped previous support because it's here, but the one before that is around these levels, so 1948. We could be looking at. So I'm probably not looking at buys unless the smaller time frames are giving us a sort of some setups. So 4 hour then, how can we get some sells? So 4 hour. Let's have a look at these ranges. Got a bit of a range there. Yeah, I'd say that's a 4 hour range. Okay, so we've sort of closed respecting there. We're coming down to fill the wick. I did have a setup for a sell, but it didn't come back to my zone. It just left without us.
Yeah, I missed it too, mate.
Morning, mate. Alright?
Alright.
Yeah. Yeah, it's, I wanted a wing back. A certain zone. I need to try and find this 4 hour range. I'd say that's probably the best for me. So if that's the case, then we haven't even broke below that yet. So that's a bit of a tricky one, because I'd probably want to see a break below there before, cause that would initiate the move coming down, you see. 4 was probably not the time frame at the minute. We're gonna have to go down to the hour, see what the hour's doing. 1 hour, 2. So what I've got on the hour is the previous hour closed bullish. Okay. And the hourly range is from here to obviously here. So therefore we should be coming down to tap. Now I thought we were going to get a steeper top wick. But it's just left town. Now if we can get a 30-minute close, a nice wick to fill, we look for a pullback and just get a sell stop off the pullback, because the 30 should be coming down to these levels. Okay. Let me just see what the 30 is like. How long have we got for 30? 4 minutes left.
You're right, it should be the first couple of days of the week should be bearish, like.
Yeah.
It's on the higher time frames, that'll mean it's bouncing off the central line, so it should be end of bullish on the week.
Yeah. So I just want to see if we can get a 30 close below here. What happens? Where do we go from there? There's a little minor support here. So we'll just mark that up. That's where price is now though, so 30 minor support, we come back up, we tap 1939 before then going. So are we going to come back up to tap 1939? Yeah, look. See, I had my wing back like up here. This is where my wing back was, I think. I'll have a look in a minute. But that hasn't done that yet. It could still come back up on the next 30, to be fair. Which would be handy. Be very handy, wouldn't it? Very handy. Yeah, I actually had my wing back off this. There's a 5 minutes somewhere there. See this 5 minute no top wick?
Yeah.
That's where I had my wing back there. Like that.
Oh,
So.
you're not sharing your stream.
Oh. Yeah, it's because I'm on YouTube. If this cuts off now, I'm going to be fuming.
Yeah.
But I'm going to share it because I do need to test this.
Seeing it's unstable internet connection anyway.
Does it?
Aye.
try this. Oh, if this cuts off, Pete, I'm gonna be fuming. I was fuming last week. On Friday's stream, mate, I was just I called out a trade. I said, right, okay, we're gonna sell from here. As price was coming up, just about to hit it, my full stream cut off. By the time I got it all back on, I did catch it though, but by the time I got it all back on, we were well in profit. So it was a lovely trade, like. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, could have. Yeah. So now, so basically, we could probably go off the 30-minute because it's quite clean traffic all the way down. But I would prefer a pullback because these are minus support 1937. I just want to see if these 30s pull back straight away. Yeah, look, because sometimes they don't get up there. We might have to go off this. Sometimes we don't even reach them levels, so we might not. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. So we've got to see. But as long as as long as we don't fill the range down to 1935 and we pull back, we can catch the pullback. We should be dropping down. So we're probably gonna have to wait for this new 30, and if we can get something like this, 30 pulls back, taps, and then flips, comes to fill the wick, and then we'll get like a candle like that. That's what I'm after. And our risk management is if the 30 closes above, like so, the new 30 is gonna have to come and tap previous support anyway to then flip to the upside. So therefore you get out anyway. Like that. So that would be the cut off, right? We need to get out of this trade because the 30 is closed above. So that's what I'm after really, guys. But this could just drive from here, and we might not get a pullback to 1939. We could just get it to 1939.33, where I really want 1939.69. So I'll probably be looking at that. Stops though, on the other hand, stops are not too bad, to be fair, because you'd probably just use, what's that, 40. You could use the high of the 4. The high of the 4, which I believe is the daily, but it's just whether the daily flips. The thing is though, with this one, strange stops this one. If the daily flips to create a top wick, it's going to want to push further. So what's the difference between stops there or stops at 80 pips? No different really. If it comes past there, it's going to tap stops up here. And you can't have stops more than 100 and odd. So you might as well have stops at that point. And if it comes up there, it's going to push further anyway. So you could probably have stops. I'll maybe just cover this here. This might be the last. You might get a pullback round here. So maybe 70. I would say. Target. Your target's down in 1918. Take partial move to break even. I would take partial. I just want to see when price comes back up. So take partial move to break even would be 1938. These levels. Yeah, so that's what I've got going on at the minute, guys. Let's just see if we can get up there. Let's see if we can get up there. Did you have a good weekend, like Pete?
Yeah, mate, I was just going to ask you that. Actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was alright. Ben was in a competition yesterday.
Oh, how'd you get on?
She's done well. There was loads in the group. Like she had no chance of winning.
To taking part.
Well, hey mate, no, I mean I don't. She's just as competitive as I am. I like that about that. To be fair.
Yeah.
But like she improved massively from her first competition. That's all that matters.
That's it. That's it, man.
Really confident in that. She's only 6 at the end of the day. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, loads of time.
She's really good. She improved loads, so I was well proud of her.
She gets it from her dad, I heard. Done some moves. Is that right?
I am good at ballet, lad.
Ah, look, this 30's flipped now. This 30's flipped. Is it going to fill the range? Probably is. I'm just wondering, why have we closed? Come on, don't be leaving without us.
Just watching me sell this morning, and I left to make a cup of tea, and I come back and the 4-hour candle had flipped. I was like, oh my god, shit.
Yeah. Yeah, because there was a... Wasn't there a... Was this a king wick, is it, this one?
It was...
This 4-hour.
Was it the 4? Yeah.
Yeah, I was looking at that. That actually helped us.
Yeah, well, it ties in nicely when we're actually ready.
Yeah.
It all helps with the movement of the handles.
Well, it did, to be fair, because when I was marking it all up, and I thought, oh, this is looking nice, this. Plus, I just noticed it straight away. Plus, I've got this. It's just added confluence. But the only thing I wanted my zone getting it, and it just, well, I say it just missed us. It just powered away from us, really. It's because I looked at this 5 minutes. If you see this 5 minutes, there's no top wick on this 5 minute. So I was thinking we're gonna come back up to that. I mean, we only came to 1939. We were 6 pips out, say. So not too bad are these 5s.
You've got to go up like higher time frames on a Monday, because that's like it's the end of last week's moves, isn't it? Really.
Yeah.
Like,
Right, mate.
of an idea. You get into the week.
See, I'm only looking at sells at the minute, but worst case, if this just fills the range, what I'm after is an hour break below 1935. We should be good to come down to the next range. Let's see what this is like. This trend and structure.
It's lashing down up here.
Yeah, it's meant to be a storm, isn't it?
So another one.
Yeah. Any bit of wind, that's it, storm. Oh, let's put a name on it. Put a name on it. Yeah, be looking.
Shite these days, man. It's bad weather and all.
Yeah. So if we can get an hour close below there, we can look at wingback sells for 1937, or you're going to push 1931 at least.
Yeah.
So once we get an hour break below, we should be good. Very clean traffic, that though. Very clean from 1935. So this range here is very clean.
It is.
It's a nice range as well, to be fair. You've got 35 pips. That's not bad. But where are we looking to come down? So that's 35 pips.
Any other pairs?
No, I am testing a Euro USD.
Yeah. Big market and low spreads, that one.
Yeah, I am testing it. But I just can't test it on my account. I've got to. Takes time. Doesn't it? Yeah, we should be getting down to 1924.82. Nice, nice. They're very nice traffic range. Look at these. Some of these candles are huge. This is an hourly time frame, this as well.
Some big moves, like.
Tell you what. It'd be lovely if you can tap that. Might be that if the new hour doesn't break the low and doesn't fill the range, if we can get that top wick to then flip, I just want to see the hours. When you get an hour break, how far up do we come before flipping? Also known as flippage. Yeah, well, look,
You need to get a dolphin noise, man, for when it flips.
Yeah, I know.
Any little noise thing.
I don't know how to work tonight. I'm been working out just to get it all set up. It takes me like 2 days to set it all up. So we do seem to tap. Well, actually, 1941 has been tapped here before the drive down. We don't seem to pull back that much, to be fair, when we're coming through these ranges. Yeah, we normally just power through. So if the bloody hell we do just power through, you know. So that means, could we just take a lower time frame break? Yeah, we don't seem to pull back. If we pull back, we can probably use 1939.34. 1939.34, that's what we could use. I don't think this is going to pull back much. It might be a case of a sell stop underneath. Just to fill the range. Our advantage point is here, so for example, if this hour closes like this, the new hour pulls back, we can get a sell stop underneath, and our take partial move to break even would be here, because that's the bottom of the range. So that would be our advantage point, and then we obviously want the candle to flip. Because I don't know where this is going to pull back to. I'm hoping it pulls back to 1939, but it doesn't always pull back to there. So that's as long as we don't fill the range. We can't fill the range though. If we come and fill the range, then we've got to wait for an hour break below here. But I really would like that pull back to 1939. Just a bit wary, because that's the 4 hour flipping back to the upside, and is the 4 hour... The 4 hour zones are a bit skew-if, like, has it closed below or has it closed respecting? If it's closed respecting, it means if the 4 hour does flip, that means it could turn bullish and push and drive, because you're going into the last hour of the 4 hour, you see. But I suppose even if you want to drive, you're going to have to create a bottom wick. So the new hour, it's just whether this new hour can pull back. That's what I'm after. I've got some trades, some swing trades on from last week still, Pete. I mean, they're all in drawdown at the minute, like, but they're still looking good.
What you got swing trades on, like?
NG, GN, and USD CHF. The only thing
GN, you should be alright, mate.
on what, sorry?
GN, you should be alright.
Yeah, it's got the weekly and isn't the weekly and the weekly and the daily, isn't it?
GG one I took last week, it hit me stop loss. It flew up more. I knew it was going up.
Yeah.
Just got in a little bit too early.
Yeah, I'm currently in drawdown at the minute, but they should swing around. I am because obviously I scalp, don't I? But I am starting to like the bit of swing trading, like just less pressure in it, and you just check on it now and again.
Yeah, I prefer when they're done in the same day, but
Yeah,
usually,
obviously.
usually if you get in at the right point on the quick strategy, it doesn't take long anyway.
Yeah. What I like about it with the Dean, it just they'll be in drawdown, then all of a sudden you look away for 5 minutes, and it's just powered through, and it just smacks your TP.
I always like to think of drawdown was like, you know, like archers when they pull the arms back.
Yeah.
Load the power.
Well, that's it.
That's all it is, man.
That's
It's loading its power up in it before it shoots.
ready to go. Yeah.
That's all it is.
Okay, can we get that pullback? What we looking like? 15. 15's about to close in 1 minute. 5. Because if the 15 closes like this, you've now had another 15-minute break. You're probably going to come and fill the range if this 15 closes like this. Can we just get the pullback, the 15 maybe? Come and fill this range, aren't we? Looks like it. Looks like it. Uh, 15. See, if we need a 15 close in around 1937. Respect that area, pull back in order to go. But it's whether you pull back that far, that's the thing. I'm not sure you're going to do it. That's what we like. Yeah, we've had a 15 close again there. See if we can pull back. Can't do anything at the minute, guys. This is one of them where you sort of know where price is going, because you know you're going to come and tap 1935, but you just can't get in. You just have to watch price. And there's no point entering, because, let's be honest, as soon as you enter, it'll just turn on you. That's what Forex does. It makes you think about everything. It makes you think that it's literally going against you and only you.
Yeah, that's the interesting part of Forex, mate. That's the complicated bit. Psychology.
We just want a nice top wick. It's going to be a case, for me, if we do pull back in around this area, it's going to be a case of on my call, really, when we get in. Because what I would like to see is like a 5 minute coming back up, and then a 5 minute open up with no bottom wick, so we start coming back up. And then what I want to see is one big, so all these will have a wick. And ideally what we'd like to see is one of them without a top wick. So let's say, for example, this hasn't got a top wick and we've closed respecting. Yeah. Because it's got no top wick and because it's closed respecting, the chance of it flipping to the downside and closing either doji or bearish is a high chance. So that's what I want to see. Then you want to see this candle open up, push up, tap with no bottom wick. Knowing that this has got no top wick, so therefore the next one tends to close the opposite. And this one's got no bottom wick, so the likelihood of it going to flip, it's going to flip. So you enter and then flips to the downside, bearish. And then you've got a nice top wick all the way up, and we've entered here. And you're straight away into profit. So that's what we ideally want to see. However, while I've been there talking to you, price is pushing, probably going to fill the range now. So that idea is skew whiff at the minute. And there's nothing we can do because It's all on. You might as well wait for this hour to close. What if we got an hour close below there? What happens? Don't think we come that far. Look, you just absolutely power through. And yeah, what's happening there? When we get an hour break below there, what happens to price? Ah, look, you just an hour, they don't pull back, so it just means that if you get an hour close, this area you do, this is very scruffy, but you still do tap. You could just market execute straight away as long as you got an hour close below, because the majority of them just come straight through. But there's this area what doesn't, so you just have to have stops above the 4, I would think. Or we have wing back sells from 1938, that might work. Because we do tend to come back up, tap, this would be take pass, move to break even. Would that work? This one didn't really work today. I don't know if we get an hour, we've just got to wait for the hour close, guys. See if we can break below. We sort of want to break below now, because if we close respecting, all that means is the new hour could close something like this and we're not going to get much movement. And then is it going to come back up, or are we going to flip? It's a bit of a pain, really. So we either don't want this hour to fill the range, or we want this hour to fill the range but break below. That's what we have to. If we close respecting, then might be no trade day. We'll have to see. I'm shouting you, man.
You're on a manual computer. Yeah. Whoa! Oh my god, what's that?
Have a good day, mate. Monday mornings are awful for kids. They've had a weekend off. First day, back at school, they're grumpy. They're not used to it. They're just grumpy as hell. Come on now, don't drive. Don't drive. It'd be nice to get a nice wick fill for us to do. And then this would still be on. So at the moment, this is not on yet, right? So let me get rid of this so you don't get confused. Double bottom. Can we come back? Can the hour come back without filling its range? This is the thing. I don't know with the new hour. I don't know whether it's gonna just pull back a tad and then come to fill. Don't know. I really want it to pop back up, and just to break the highs and then flip. Because if we get that pop to there, that should be enough to break to the lows, and then we get a break to the low, and then a new hour coming back, test previous support, and we should be in for a good ride at that point. So I am gonna hold out for there, but it's going to be in and around that area, really. So 7 minutes, guys, for a closure. So go and make a cup of tea, whatever. I haven't done my hair. Get me dreads done tomorrow. Get me dreads back. Yeah. Yeah, I
You
do.
get a joint while you're there and that.
Yeah, that's what everyone thinks. Just because you got dreads, you just love smoking weed. Smoke weed
Kind of
every
the
day.
Rasta place.
Yeah.
Hey mate, you pull it off very nicely.
Thanks, mate. Thanks, mate. Will you see us at the Christmas do? Oh, mate. Oh, you'll be trying it on with us.
Nah, I've got to put a net up to get his room yet.
Are you staying with Nate? Are you?
Nah, I haven't even asked him yet. I couldn't get to a hotel that close, so I'll sort something.
Yeah. That's it. That's why I booked that early, me.
Even the ones that was further away, though, it was like 200 quid. I thought, I'm not paying 200 quid for
Yeah.
to travel 5 miles to my hotel, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's because of it and getting a taxi, mate. That weekend, well, I totally didn't. I mean, Emma, we were, I can't remember how far away from the venue. We were stuck in traffic for ages, right? And I just said to the bloke, I said, just drop us off here, mate. We'll just walk. Emma's got high heels on and that walking. Like,
Sweet one, man.
yeah, it's rammed because it is. There's a lot of people in that place where we go.
All different companies and that, and then.
Yeah, it's really good. Like,
Be alright, man. The universe always provides.
we did have another one at the first one we went to. I mean, it was good because the company obviously, but the venue and the entertainment wasn't as good as the one we go to now. This one we go to was like fantastic. Entertainment, food, obviously the drinks, cocktails, little casino in there, bumper cars and you are?
All the rage now and it all after Christmas party.
Yeah. Oh, is that the 5 flipping there? Flippage. Oh, the 5's closed back into the range. Come on, get back up there. Get back up there. Get this 5 flip to the upside. Hopefully it can come back up. And if you're into fibs and all that type of stuff, guys, get a pull back to there. Look at the zone between 1585. Perfect. So hopefully pull back to our zone. Bit of price action. That's what we're after.
I've not looked at for ages, mate. The fibs.
Yeah, I don't really use them anymore.
Don't need them really to go the trend indicator. It's interesting how they work, though. They do like a lot of strategies that do actually work well.
Yeah. Well, I think all the strategies out there work, but they all work, but it's all on the person who does them. Any strategy works if the person works.
That's it, mate. If you've got like the most successful swing trade strategy in the whole world, and like somebody who's a scalper takes it, you've probably messed up.
Yeah. Because he might not be able to hold trades, and he's got to hold them trades to cover the losing trades. So then over time, it's just not profitable.
Well, you just got to do what works for you.
Exactly. And I don't like this where people say, that doesn't work that. Or they argue that their strategy is the best and stuff like that. Just do what works for you, mate. Like, if it's working for you. People question me about my RR, like my risk to reward. And my thinking of risk to reward, I actually, not that I don't believe in it, but it's like if you're in drawdown, for example, right, or if you're in profit, say, and price is showing you that it's going to reverse. However, you're going off risk to reward 2 to 1 or whatever, but it's not quite hit your TP. Then people will hold because they're going off a risk to reward. Where if prices showing you signs that price is moving back into ranges the opposite way and price is going to pull back, like just close. I'm taking the money. I'm closing out.
That's it, mate. The only risk reward that matters is payout at the end of the month from the funded account.
Yeah.
That's your measure of success.
Yeah. Not these days. Social media's mad at the minute.
Well, anybody can have a good day or a bad day or a good week or a bad week, but you can't fake bad months and bad years.
Yeah, true.
Or good months and good years, you know what I mean? That's why you should be measuring yourself whether you're profitable or not. It's like a business, isn't it? It's the same. If they were losing money every year, they're doing something wrong.
Yeah, that's it. Oh, this five's flipped now. That means we're going to start coming back up. We're going to hold out round here because we still haven't tapped. Still haven't tapped 1935. I do believe if we wanted to break these highs and close above and drive, you've got to tap at least this. So if we can pull back now without tapping it, I don't think we can break these highs without coming back down to tap this, and then price can go wherever it wants. It wants to come back up or wants to drive through. Come on.
I'll jump on in a bit, mate.
Yeah, no worries, mate. No worries. Our close has happened. Okay, so we've not filled the range. Now, could we just get a sell stop underneath? 12 pips. I would prefer a pullback. Could we just get a sell stop? Sucking us here for a sell stop here, but I wouldn't want to get wicked in if this hour pulls back. So there's two things we can do. If we get a pullback to maybe to 1938.13, we can either get a sell stop underneath, or I'll be looking for an entry at 1939 anyway. So if price does push up, sell stop underneath. But if we push up and tap our zone, I'll be entering, ready for the flip, and I'll be cancelling the sell stop because I'll already be in a trade. Okay. So hopefully we'll have something on shortly. The thing with this, with sell stops, with sell stop underneath here, I just want to make sure that this is not a minor zone we reject from. Ah, look, they all tap. They all tap. Tap, tap, tap. Tap, tap, tap. Because this could just go for me. We've not broke below yet. Yeah, they all tap. Interesting. Come on, push up. I think this 5 might flip here, guys. If this 5 flips and breaks a low again, it's going to fill the range, unfortunately. And then that's not very good for us because we would sort of need another hour. We'd need at least an hour break below 1935. You couldn't take anything lower. So you'd have to wait another hour. 57 minutes. You'd have to come back. So we'll see. Hopefully we won't. Hopefully we'll pull back to at least 1938. I'm just thinking whether we could get a Sell stop on there. Sorry, no, not for me that. We might even just pull to this, you know. So we've had this. Oh, and see, you'd already tapped it. So could you do it? I don't think you could. We'd have to wait. There is a zone here. It's quite a strong zone, to be fair. But every time it's tapped, you've already tapped that zone. And we haven't tapped it yet. So I do think we're going to have to pull back a bit further. Or are we going to tap 1938? Come back down. Because is the pullback going to be that far, basically, is what I'm saying. Oh, we could maybe use 1938. Yeah, I think that's what I want to happen, really. I mean, if we do pull back, I will get a sell stop on, but other than that, I want 1939.73 around that area tapped. Now, if we can come up without filling the range, perfect. But I don't know if we're gonna. We're just gonna have to wait out and see. Let me get some tunes on. hour's flipped, guys. Is it flipped? The hour is flipped. Typical. What's the 5 doing? If the 5 breaks the low here, you're probably popping down. You're going to pop down to 1935. I mean, can we catch that, really? 11 pips there. You get a 5 close below that. I just don't like how the hours have not got had a decent pullback for us. But actually, I mean, I suppose this was the liquidity grab in order to get down. I can't take this, guys. I've got to wait. Got to wait. Got to wait. Are we looking? Oh, the 5 still hasn't drove though. Okay, can we get up? My hair's a mess. Okay, we're pulling back nicely. Oh, he's the pullbacks. Okay, okay. Oh, we have a nice, nice. Nice. We haven't filled the range, have we? Are we going to break the highs now? Come on, get up there. Might not even get that far, to be fair. We could just hit. Oh yeah, we will. That's our fives. And oh, this far no top way. See, previous support is this 1938, but could we just tap that? Tap that. Nah, see, we do come up and tap. 1939. That's after. To be fair, even if we tap 1935, we should still be coming back down. And even if we want to drive. So, for example, this candle closed respecting this zone. The new one came down to tap 1938. Anyway, that would be our take partial move to break even. Anyway, and then it drove. So, I think either way. Nah, you don't like these ones. It's what we don't like this. Whew. See, we could just come back up the top. We've closed about here. We haven't filled the range. So are we just going to come and tap 1938 before coming down? Could that work? Could do, couldn't it? But I would like... That's the only one I can see, really. Yeah, look, you've got to tap these. But then you do get one pump up. $17. That might be an option. Just want to see what would this be like. 90 pips. I would take partial move to break even B. I'll take partial at that point. Be the wick low to break the low. 21p still good. That's if we don't fill the range. Do you know what? I'm probably going to get this on, guys. And max sells because we're struggling with the highs. If we can push, break the high. So if we tap 1938, I will be entering around this area. Okay. Take partial would just be the wick low because you're probably going to come and break the lows not pushing up. We haven't filled the range yet. This would be a second entry as well. Okay, let me get this on the signals. It might not come there though, guys. It might just drive down, but we will see. 1-0. Partial to break even would be 1936.05. Target would be the same. Okay, that's what we've got on. Let's see if we can get up there now. I just want to change these round because this is the first. This would be a second entry. Five. Let's see one nice pop up. Five's a bear. See how we're struggling to break the lows. Why can't we break the low again? Well, the reason we can't break the low again because we've got to break the high. We've got to come up, refuel, break the high, which is this one here. Test previous support, which is these levels, in order to push past to tap this. Now, what we've been trying to work out is whether you're going to push to here or you're going to push to here. So, I think I'm going to be entering here. And worst case, if price pushes further up, all we'll do, I'll be taking another entry from here. We'll take the profit down to here. Risk free on this trade straight away. And you can close this one out at break even or whatever you want to do. But that's what I'll be looking at. That's as long as we don't drive now. Because we could drive now. We've had a little pullback. See how this 5 broke these highs? And if this drives now, it's because of that. That was enough to drive past. Come on, get back up. Nice big 15 up. Come on, get up there. No top wick on the 5. No bottom wick on the 5. How are you going to push back up? How are you going to flip to the upside? Got a 30-minute candle close in. So we're going to fill this range here. I'm going to fill the range. Come on. But even if the hour fills the range, you do tend to come back. Even if the hour fills the range. Ooh, we fill the range. Oh, excuse me. We come back to 1938.07. Oh, I'm always a bit tired on Mondays. Mondays getting back into it. We don't quite make it back down to 1936. Come back up. Down, fill the range, up, back down. Okay. Should still work, to be fair. That's what we got going on, guys. Wait a minute. The 5's brought the lows now. Nice. 5 pulling back. See, no bottom wick. So like I keep mentioning is when you get no bottom wick, the next candle tends to close opposite to what it was. So I would imagine this could, well, 50 seconds is probably going to close bullish. Fantastic. Start making our way back up. We still haven't tapped 1935, which is good. We have got some minor supports here. So guys, I mean, I've got my take partial move to break even down in 1936. However, once I hit 10 pips on this, I probably will be taking partial and going to risk free. Because we can just go further. That's the thing, we can go further. And I don't like... Because we can hit 1939, I would prefer to hit 1939. What's that? 45. Oh, no top wick on this 5. Lovely. Okay, stand by. I'm going to pop up. No bottom wick as well. Can we get up there? Can we tap our zone? That's the thing. Can we tap our zone? Have we tapped it? Do you know what? We're only going to tap this. Come on. So we don't want a bottom wick yet. We want to push, tap, we're in, and then the candle flips. This zone might be slightly out because you have got little zones further down. We might be a bit more like that. Come on, get up there. Get up there. Ooh. Nice little pump up and then flip. We want it doing it in the first half of this 5-minute candle. That's the thing. There we go. Okay. Right, guys, I'm in on this. I'm in for a sell. Where's it put me? Bang on there. Okay, now... Where am I? So we are in for a sell. Stops are 1944.25. 4. It's basically I think it's the 4 hour high, isn't it? 1944.25. Okay. Now I will be going to risk free on the flip of this candle. If this candle flips to the downside, I'll go risk free. Okay. And it's up to you what you take out of the trade. I'm probably going to take 50% because if I've caught this move, 1, 2, 5. Is that the flip? Oh, we had the flip yet. We've got a bottom wick there. Now, what we're saying is this the pullback to get down to these? We're hoping so. If not, the next pullback zone is going to be there. So we're going to push up and then come down. Okay, guys, I'm going to take some partial out of this and I'm going to go risk-free. Because if this 5 flips back up to the upside now... Oh, what's going on? You can hold if you want to, but I am risk-free on this. Can we flip to the downside? I've been stopped. Okay, so I'm out of this now. So, because if this 5 pushes now and creates a steeper top wick, you're going to push to the next zone, I would imagine, unless we start seeing this area get respected on the lower time frame, so the 5s start getting some engulfings and cows and things like that. But I would imagine if we're going to push to the next zone. I'm going to leave this on though. I just want to see what this 5 does, because if this 5 flips bearish, closes bearish, which what tends to happen. What did we peak there? We didn't peak much at all, did we? I don't think it was only 5 pips. There's 5's close respecting on this as well. So basically, this trade is a bit more of a riskier one, okay? But this one is the one we're after. That's why I was a bit more aggressive on it. But look, the candle's flipped now. Should have been a bit more patient, really. We could have got a bit more, because this 5 should probably pop down, even if it's going to flip now. See if this 5 pops up. Did the 5 close back in the range, or? It's nice that the 5s. Now we're going to pop higher up. That's the thing. I would like a nice big pullback, but it's whether we're going to do it. Look, if this 5 pops past, we should pop up to the next range, or start popping up even. We're out of this trade, guys, so if you're just jumping on now, we're out of this trade. I did take some partial, very, very small partial. And we were we were pretty aggressive on this one, just because we think this is the actual move, this one, not this one. But we grabbed some pips, so it's a winning trade. Got a nice win. So if this 5 can just break these highs, fantastic. If it doesn't, and this flips bearish, that's the move to come back down. There you go, we've popped past now. So this is done with. Okay, so we should be coming back up to 1939. There you go, that's what I'm talking about. So stand by for this second entry here. What was my 45? 45. I'll tell you what though, that entry on this one, we had literally no drawdown whatsoever. I'm just wondering, because you do sort of power through these areas. $30 close bearish. Sorry, bullish. Can this 30 make it up here? I'm not sure if it can. I'm hoping it can. And then the 30 flips. And our sign to get out, guys, is if this 30 closes above. But then the new 30 should pull back anyway to get us out. Come on, get up there. Nice big 5 candle, that, isn't it? 37. Oh, no top wick as well. Can we pop up? Stand by. Now we could power through mine, so just be wary. You could come up to these levels, but you should still be coming back down. This 5 can pop up first. We'll be in. Come on, don't leave us. Okay. Okay, guys. Let me on. 3 minutes left this candle. I'm not in yet. I'm not in yet. I just want to see if we're going to power up. I'm not in this yet. What's this? 30 is really powering, isn't it? Still got 23 minutes of this. Oh, look at that. That doesn't look nice now. That's the 2 hour. What's the 2 hour doing? Guys, I'm not in this, right? 4 hours flipped. That's what I was wary of. Oh, 23 minutes till the 4 hour. That is now tricky. Okay, right. I'm in this now, guys. I'm in. I am in. Where we at? Stops at 1944.22. We are. Where am I at? I'm here. Get rid of this. Ignore this one. Now, the cut-off for us is the 4 hour should pull back anyway, but it's whether we're going to power through. Now, for me, take partial move to break even. I want to see some 5-minute closures into the lower ranges. Beyond the 10 pips mark. Got to be here. So it's a flip of the candle for this. Take partial move to break even. Ignore this, guys. Can we flip to the downside? So it's whether the 30 can close respect. Is the 30 close respecting? Fantastic. Fantastic. One minute left in this 5. Can we? On the 15. I just don't like how the 4's flipped. That's the only thing I don't like. I mean, you haven't broke the highs on the 4 yet. Can the 4 flip back to the downside in 20 minutes? If we break above this, guys, I might actually get out. We don't want to be breaking above there on the 5. Okay. Okay, stand by for take partial move to break even. Okay, guys, I'm going to take partial. I'm going to go to risk free now. Okay. So I am risk free on this. Okay, we are risk free. 10 pips I think we got there. So we can avoid these top wicks. No, we didn't. What did we get? About 7. If we can avoid these top wicks now, and we push down, I'm hoping this is the 4 flipping back to the downside. Because remember, the hour hasn't filled the range yet. We need to tap this. Now, if we get an hour close to the above like this, and we get a pull back, we can take a wing back buy back up. It's just whether this 5 is going to flip back to the upside. There's no top wick on this 5. Oh, well, there's no top wick on my MT4. But on TradingView, there is a top wick. Which is strange. Got 4 minutes for a 15-minute closure. So, what does that mean then? We want this 15 closing. Well, we just got to be respecting this area. If there's 15 close respecting this area, we might get a top wick, which might stop us. But hopefully we can avoid it, and then it flips to the downside. Dum, 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 dum. Come on, stay down. Stay there. Be lovely. We got a 15-minute close below here. That's previous support on the 15, is it? Oh no. As long as we get a close below there, we should be good. But if this 15 can pull right back now for us. Because I do think even if you're gonna drive above here, you've got to tap at least 1937. So the pullback in the next candle should come and tap, and then go. Oh, look at this now, pulling back nicely. 5s, pulling back a nice 5 closure, 5 closure. Then a pullback. Hopefully we won't break the highs, and then a flip to the downside, back into the ranges. That's what we're after. Excuse me, guys. Excuse me. Oh, lovely, lovely. So we've had one trade this morning for, I think we only grabbed about 5. We got stopped at break even. I did take a partial. And then this is our second entry. This was the original entry, what we wanted here. To come back down. We know we need to tap 1935 before breaking these highs. But we didn't have enough fuel here to do it. So this is the pullback to grab our fuel, to then we should come and tap 1935, so we can just avoid getting stopped at break even now. Then we should be good to get down to them levels. So this is a lovely 5 closure here. So as long as this 5 doesn't break the top wick, the previous wick, we should be good. Come on, nice 5 close. Lovely close this. But looking at previous data, you can get a 5 close and you can still come up to tap 1939. So we could get stopped at break even. So if you want to take more partial now, by all means, go do it. Here's the top wick. Come on, stay down. Nice 5 flip to the downside now. Would be lovely. Is this 5 going to flip? There's no bottom wick on this 5, which is a good sign. And when it, because the way candles tend to move, right? When you get a candle, break to the low like so. Yeah, and this has got a bottom wick. It'll tend to pull the opposite way to the way first to where it's going to end up. So it'll tend to pull back first, and then it'll flip to the downside. So when you pull back first and you've got no bottom wick, it's a good sign. It's a sign that you can flip to the downside at the end of the candle, then close bearish, and then you'll be left with a top wick. Now, how far can it pull back? Well, if price is moving down, what you'll get is it'll pull back. It can test the previous wick. Okay, and if price wants to push down, it shouldn't break the highs really, unless it's doing it like a liquidity grab before the flip, which sometimes you get. So as long as we don't break this wick high, and if we can flip on this candle, we should be good to drive further down. Come on. Can we flip on this candle? We're going to the last half of this candle now. This is where we should start flipping, hopefully. Can we survive this top wick? We're looking good. It's because what we want to do is we want to see if this forward will flip back bearish. We want this forward to end up bearish, really. If it ends up bearish, you're probably then going to get a top wick, probably breaking the highs, and then flip to the downside. So we'll end up getting stopped out at that point. Can we flip? 15, no bottom wick. Can we flip? Come on. 42 seconds for this 5 minute. Can we flip on the 5? flipped. On the MT4 we flipped. Oh, that's strange. So on the MT4 we're actually bearish. But on this we've closed bullish. Okay, we might break the highs. Can we drive from here? Can we drive to 15? 15 hasn't flipped yet, has it? 15 hasn't had a bottom wick yet either. So see if this 15 can flip to the downside. It should be tapping 1938, I would imagine anyway. But we're well in profit here now, guys. We've had a partial out of it. We're looking good. 13 pips up. Come on, can we drive? Can we drive? Woo! There we go. There we go. Get down there. You can take some more partialing around here if you like. Lovely jubbly, lovely jubbly. Guys, I've just closed out full me. That's me done. You can hold out, mind. You should be coming down to 1958. I've got to go somewhere, you see. I don't like being stuck in trades, so I've closed out full. This is your next resistance, so if you close and respect in here, you might come back up, create a top wick, which might stop you out anyway, and then come back down. Also, you've got the 4 hour as well, so the new 4 hour is probably going to pull back first, I would imagine, because this is closing bearish, which would stop you out again anyway, and then flip to the downside. So you've got a couple options where you could potentially get stopped out. That's why I've just took me me profit, and then that's me done. That is me done for this morning. Oh, we've had the chat. Let's have a look at the chat. I talked about pumping up. Good one. I missed the move. You did miss a move, Nate, if you're watching. On his set, but didn't get the next. Oops, tags. Well done, Pete. Cheers, buddy. Thank you. Lovely, lovely. What did we drop there? I wanted to see what we peaked. 19 pips. 19 for the regiment. Lovely jubbly. Lovely jubbly. Right, guys, fantastic. I'll be on tomorrow, so I'll see you all then. Have a good day. Peace out.